Hello, dear friends. Welcome to my YouTube channel for BA classes, English Literature. This is Sampat Bhadu, Assistant Professor of English, Government College, Sri Dungargarh, Bikaner. Today, we are going to take up in detail literary forms and devices. Literary forms, especially of poetry, we will discuss in what form a poem is written, whether it is a sonnet or an elegy or drama or whatever, epic, etc. Literary devices means figures of speech. Figures of speech are, dear students, they are the ornaments or jewelry of any language. A language without the use of literary devices or figures of speech is just like a bride without jewels or without ornaments. A bride without jewels or ornaments appears to be unattractive, appears to be non appealing. Similar is the case with any of the languages. A language without figures of speech is monotonous, uninteresting. But figures of speech, they beautify, they enrich the beauty of language. They enhance the attraction of language. They infuse into language a specific kind of interest and attraction. A listener always loves to listen a language which is full of figures of speech, where we use literary devices, idioms, and phrases. Language appears to be very interesting and that captures the attention of the audience. Literary devices, which are prescribed in your syllabus, we will take up one by one. First of all, let's discuss sonnet, a literary form. Sonnet, dear students, it's a quite new term to you since you are new to English literature. So, sonnet is a kind of literary form or a specifically form of poetry. Sonnet is derived from Sicilian and later on Italian language. Italian word sonetto, that means a song. So in English literature, sonnet is a lyric poem strictly of 14 lines that follows a strict rhyming scheme. It's a simple kind of definition you should keep in your mind, that a lyric poem of 14 lines that follows a strict rhyming scheme. That's the simple definition of sonnet. So, generally, sonnets are written in 14 lines, and a poet has to follow the strict rhyming scheme and a set pattern. And of course, meter that is that has to be considered while writing a poem, especially a sonnet. A poet has to be very much particular regarding meter, pattern, rhyme scheme, and of course, expression of meaning. Now, the types of sonnet. Sonnets are primarily of two kinds, but somewhere we find three kinds or three types. First is the Petrarchan or Italian or classical or regular sonnet. These are the various names of the same sonnet, that is Petrarchan sonnet. Since sonnet originated in Italy and it was widely used and popularized by the great poet of Italy, Petrarch, that is why the sonnet is named after Petrarch, Petrarchan sonnet. Or it was originated in Italy, that's why it is called as Italian sonnet. Since it is the oldest sonnet, oldest form of sonnet, that's why it is called as classical sonnet. A regular sonnet simply because it is most often used in poetry. Means most of the poetry is written in Petrarchan sonnet. Petrarchan sonnet consists of 14 lines that we discussed a few seconds ago. Petrarchan sonnet is divided into two stanzas. First stanza consists of 8 lines that is termed as or called as octave, OCTAV, octave, 8 lines stanza, in which an idea or problem or issue is raised by the poet. And the rhyme scheme of this first stanza is A B B A B B A. It means the first line rhymes with the fourth line, and the second with the third. Then again, fifth with the eighth, and sixth with the seventh. So rhyme scheme has to be considered very strictly. Now, 8 lines stanza is called as octave, and the second stanza of Petrarchan sonnet that consists of 6 lines that is called as sestet. Here, the poet tries to provide a solution to the problem or issue that is raised above in octave. And its rhyme scheme is CDE and sometimes CDC, CDE, CDC. So either it is CDE or CDC, CDE or CDC. So 3 plus 3, 6 lines, of course. Now, second type of sonnet, that is English or Shakespearean sonnet. English sonnet or Shakespearean sonnet. Since this sonnet was brought by William Shakespeare into England from Italy, and it was popularized by William Shakespeare by excessive use. That's why it is called after his name as Shakespearean sonnet or English sonnet. William Shakespeare was a kind of experimenter. He experimented with the previous form of Italian sonnet or Petrarchan sonnet. He divided 14 lines into 3 quatrains and 1 couplet. That means total 4 stanzas. 3 quatrains. Dear students, a quatrain consists of 4 lines. Quatrain is a stanza of 4 lines. So 3 quatrains. So 3 into 4 equal to 12 lines plus one couplet, that is 1 into 2, 2 lines. 12 plus 2, 14 lines. So eventually it's again a sonnet of 14 lines. The lines are same, but the division is different. William Shakespeare divided the sonnet into 4 parts, 4 stanzas. First 3 stanzas, they are in quatrains, and last, that is couplet. In 3 stanzas, he discuss he discusses the problem, and couplet of 2 lines he provides the final solution. And the rhyme scheme of his sonnet is A B A B C D C D E F E F G G. So 3 quatrains: A B A B 1, C D C D second, E F E F third, and last is the couplet, that is G G of 2 lines. Couplet, a stanza of 2 lines having rhyme scheme. Same. Then comes your Spenserian sonnet. Spenser, though it was just like Shakespearean or English sonnet, but he changed the rhyme scheme. The stanzas are just like that of William Shakespeare, but he changed the rhyme scheme. His rhyme scheme was A B A B, B C B C, C D C D, and E E. Means Spencer repeated the fourth line, means the rhyme scheme of the fourth line with the fifth. Then eighth was repeated in the ninth, and 12th, sorry, yes, eighth in the ninth. But William Shakespeare, he did not repeat the fourth into the fifth, or eighth into the ninth. Look at the rhyme scheme of William Shakespeare: A B A B, C D C D, E F E F G G. But in Spencer, A B A B, then B C B C, then C D C D, and E. That's the basic difference. Otherwise, the sonnet is primarily divided into 2 parts. First one is Petrarchan sonnet or Italian sonnet, classical sonnet or regular sonnet. And the second is your English or Shakespearean sonnet. I hope you have understood well what sonnet is and what are the kinds of sonnets in English literature. If you didn't get the point what we discussed, you can write in the comment box. You are most welcome. Your feedback, of course, are most welcome. Now, let's take up the figure of speech. That is, first of all, we are going to take up alliteration. Alliteration, dear students, हिंदी में इसको अनुप्रास अलंकार कहते हैं. Alliteration means a figure of speech in which words of the same consonant or vowel sound are used together in the same line. Or in simple terms, we can say repetition of the same consonant or vowel sound in nearby words in the same line. यहाँ वाव साउंड को थोड़ा आप भूल जाइए. यहाँ पे आप स्ट्रेस रखिए रिपीटिशन ऑफ द सेम कॉन्सोनेंट साउंड इन नियर बाई वर्ड्स इन द सेम लाइन. वाव साउंड का रिपीटिशन जब होता है तो उसको एसोनेंस कहते हैं, और एलिट्रेशन में बेसिकली कॉन्सोनेंट साउंड नियर बाई वर्ड्स में रिपीट होती है. तो ये कैसे होता है, थोड़ा टेक्निकल डेफिनेशन आपको थोड़ा टफ लग रही होगी, लेकिन हम थ्रू एग्जांपल्स, आई हैव नंबर ऑफ एग्जांपल्स टू क्लैरिफाई द आइडिया. रिपीटिशन ऑफ the same consonant sounds in nearby words. Simple definition कि सेम कॉन्सोनेंट साउंड का रिपीटेशन होगा in nearby words, especially initial sound of the words in a poem. Let's take examples. First example: the fair breeze blew, the white foam flew, the furrow flowed free. We were the first that ever burst into the silent sea. ये लाइंस बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट लाइन है. कहाँ से ली गई है मालूम है? पढ़ा नहीं आपने कभी. कोई बात नहीं. ये ली गई है, फेमस पोइट है, रोमांटिक पोइट एस टी कॉलरिज की पोइम द राइम ऑफ द एंशिएंट मेरिनर. और ये लाइंस बहुत फेमस है. The fair breeze blew, the white foam flew, the furrow flowed free. We were the first that ever burst into the silent sea. अब यहाँ पे देखिए एलिट्रेशन कैसे यूज हुआ है, उस चीज को आप गौर फरमाइए कि रिपीटिशन ऑफ द सेम कॉन्सोनेंट साउंड इन नियर बाई वर्ड्स. फेयर ब्रीज ब्लू, द वाइट फॉर्म फ्लू, द फरो फॉलोड फ्री. बहुत ब्यूटीफुल एग्जांपल है. फो 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 साउंड रिपीट हो रही है फेयर में, फॉर्म में, फ्लू में, सेम लाइन के अंदर. तो फ साउंड 3 बार रिपीट हुई है. फिर ब्रीज ब्लू, ब ब ब साउंड, ब्रीज एंड ब्लू, ब ब ब ब 2 बार रिपीट हुई है. ट्वाइस. ब साउंड हैज बीन रिपीटेड ट्वाइस एंड फर्स्ट साउंड हैज बीन रिपीटेड थ्राइस. फेयर फॉर्म फ्लू, ब्रीज ब्लू, ब ब. नेक्स्ट लाइन देखिए. द फरो फ्लोड फ्री, फरो followed for free for thrice. First sound has been repeated over here thrice. 3 बार रिपीट हुई है. तो यही चीज है एलिट्रेशन. समझिए इसको ढंग से कि इनिशियल कॉन्सोनेंट साउंड का रिपीटिशन नियर बाई वर्ड्स में इन द सेम लाइन होता है तो उसको हम एलिट्रेशन कहते हैं. सेकंड एग्जांपल देखिए आप. I hear lake water lapping with low sounds by the shore. देखिए लेक, ल, lapping, ल, and low, ल. L sound has been repeated thrice in the same line. Then sound and shore, s, sh, s, sh. ये साउंड भी रिपीट हुई है ट्वाइस. तो ये बहुत अच्छे एग्जांपल्स हैं. ल, लेक, लैपिंग, लो, ल, 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 थ्राइस, स, 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 श, ट्वाइस. नेक्स्ट एग्जांपल देखिए थर्ड. A rolling road that rambles round the shire. What a beautiful example. Rolling road rambles round. R, 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 r. R sound has been repeated 4 times. Rolling road rambles round. What does it do? It creates music in the ears of the audience. Alliteration creates music. And music, is a very soothing kind of experience that beautifies the language, that beautifies the poem. A rolling road rambles round. Next example, where the mind is without fear and the head is held high. Where without, were, twice. Then head held high, her sound repeated thrice. Next, 5 miles meandering with a mazy motion. 5 miles meandering with a mazy motion. M sound. Miles meandering, mazy motion. Try 4 times. 4 times has been used. Next examples. The plowman homeward plods his weary way. The plowman homeward plods his weary way. Pa twice. Then weary way. Wa twice. 2 बार. 2 बार. 2 बार. यानी एक से अधिक बार. जब भी किसी वर्ड की साउंड एक से अधिक बार होता है वो एलिट्रेशन. कॉन्सोनेंट साउंड वर्ड्स की इनिशियल वर्ड के अंदर इनिशियल साउंड कॉन्सोनेंट साउंड होनी चाहिए, वो रिपीट रिपीट नियर बाई वर्ड्स में या सेम लाइन में हो, एक से अधिक बार हो, तो वो एलिट्रेशन है। द प्लोमैन प्लोड्स weary way twice twice. Next, a load of learning lumbering in his head. Lord learning lumbering thrice. Sound repeated thrice. And his head twice. Next, how high his honor holds his haughty head. Wow, what a beautiful example. What a rare example of alliteration. Ha 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 ha. Look, okay, it's honor. Honor is not her sound. Honor. But how high his holds his haughty head. How many times? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Seven times. Her sound has been repeated over here seven times in the same line. So it creates remarkable music. So this is alliteration. So alliteration is what? Alliteration is in simple terms, we can say, alliteration is the repetition of same consonant sound in nearby words in the same line, especially initial consonant sound. That's all for today and have a nice day. कोई प्रॉब्लम है कमेंट बॉक्स में लिखिए, ऑफ कोर्स आपकी फीडबैक का वेलकम है। विचार करेंगे आपकी प्रॉब्लम पे और आपको पॉसिबल सॉल्यूशन भी प्रोवाइड करेंगे। तो आज का वीडियो यहीं समाप्त होता है। थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर लिसनिंग मी केयरफुली। गॉड ब्लेस यू ऑल।